Last Epoch is an action RPG developed by 11th Hour Games, an entirely remote game development studio. The studio claims the game will offer time travel, exciting dungeon crawling, engrossing character customization, crafting, and endless replayability. The game is a similar playstyle to the likes of Diablo 4 and Path of Exile, with a level cap of 100. Players have the choice to play one of 5 different classes, which have 3 masteries to evolve into at level 20. And with the likes of the aforementioned Diablo 4 and Path of Exile in the ARPG scene, I found myself intrigued by the idea of a new player in the genre. This is because Diablo 4 and Path of Exile have never fully hit home for me. In Diablo, I was disappointed with the pacing and itemization of the game. And in Path of Exile, I've never found the courage to take on its large and complex skill tree. Although I do appreciate the hell out of it, it's just not for me. So after learning of Last Epoch, I set out to give it a try because it seems as if this game has approachable systems and respect given to players' time. Well, hello there, my name is Kintzugi, and today I'm going to be giving you my first impressions of the new ARPG Last Epoch. And before we go any further, this video is actually sponsored by me. Yes, me. So I'm a small YouTuber. I just got started. We are under 100 subs right now. And if you like this video, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you want to see more fantasy, RPG, general gaming content. That's what I'm going to be putting out into the interwebs for you. My goal is to provide you guys with good enough content that respects your time. Now back to the video. So I think we're going to play offline mode because we have no intention of playing with anyone else. So for our first run through, we'll go offline here. Okay, so Last Epoch has 5 classes. We've got the Sentinel, which can master into Void Knight, Force Guard, and Paladin. Rogue, which can master into Blade Dancer, Marksman, and Falconer. Mage, which can master into Sorcerer, Spellblade, and Rune Master. And a more intriguing base class, the Primalist, which can master into Beastmaster, Shaman, and Druid. And the Goth class, of course, the Acolyte, which can master into Necromancer, Lich, and Warlock. I'm going to go with a Sentinel so I can be a Void Knight. Ooh, and so we do have a standard and hardcore mode. This is great. Okay, so it does look like we are gender locked. There is no character creation here. We are Kintzugi, a sentinel, and we are about to embark on a journey into the world of Itera. Let's get this freaking show on the road. All of the controls here are pretty stock standard for ARPG. Oh, we've got our first enemy. Here we go. Take him out. Take him out. Pretty fluid action animations there. Now, the first thing I'm noticing here is the game looks super bright and saturated, and I kind of like it. It's kind of refreshing to be playing a game like this in a bright, colorful world. I love how they're just like meteorites of enemies coming at us right when we start here. Ooh, and we've got our first quest marker here.
Raya's war has reached our lands, and we are in need of aid.
Okay, so we do have voice acting right from the beginning here, like that, and it sounds pretty good. I'm really loving this environment just from the get-go here. Whoa, look at this map. I love the art on this. This looks great. Just purely on aesthetics alone, I'm a huge fan of this. Is there a dash? I'm hitting spacebar right now and I have no dash or roll, so I wonder if we'll gain that at some point. Level 2, okay, so our first level up here. We've got a new skill unlocked. Warpath, spin towards the mouse while you hold down the ability key, striking nearby enemies as you move. If you have ever played these games, you know any sort of whirlwind or spinning blade move is the way to go. You just abuse that and you're living the frickin' ARPG dream. Okay, we got big boys right off the bat here. I love how this all looks. Got loading screens between areas. That's about right. Nice and quick though. That's very nice. All right, so we meet our first friend, foe. Let's find out. He looks pretty badass. Should we flirt with him? You certainly appear strong. He's just like, thanks. I get that a lot. Love me a boomerang hammer. It's just like a boomerang, except it's a whole freaking hammer. Okay, so it looks like we do have a passive skill tree. So as far as I know, there is a skill tree for every skill we acquire. I actually kind of like that. It really simplifies it. It's pretty black and white. You just upgrade the skills that you want to use. One might say Grail is more like a holy grail. Huh? Let's check out what the skill specialization slot is. And here it is, our skill tree for our individual skills that we want to level up. I love this. It doesn't look crazy either. I mean, look at our first look at a skill tree. It is not a encyclopedia of every volume in terms of size. Okay, so having to regrind experience to respec your skills rather than paying money for it kind of feels a little bit bad rather than paying money. However, sometimes we complain about how much gold costs are for respecking. So as of right now, I see it as a good thing. We'll see how that plays out though. So far, the first few spells you get to start with as Sentinel feel really good. A nice balance. We've got our Warpath spinny ability. We've got a basic attack. We've got our range throw, and we've got our charge. Great upgrades right at the start here. I gotta like that. Especially because when I stopped playing Diablo 4, the main reason I stopped was because I feel like I would do so much and get such little rewards. Look at the reflection on my armor and the blade I'm holding. Doesn't that look great? Hold on, let me zoom in on this. Oh yeah, that looks awesome. I do feel pretty strong at the start here, which to some may seem like a negative, but to be honest, like, I'm not looking for a super hardcore hard game. I'm looking for an enjoyable one, and as long as the scaling makes sense and a challenge is presented at some point, I'm happy with that. It's just nice to feel good right when you start a game. And it looks like we have completed our first quest. Some experience, some gold. Very nice. What kind of animal is this? The music sounds similar to other games of this genre. However, there hasn't been one track yet that has really grabbed my ears, you know? Oh man, look at this. This is beautiful. The biggest complaint I have about ARPGs is that sometimes the art styles are so great, and especially this one being so bright, that you want to look around. You want to look up and all around, and you just don't get that luxury. So it's usually how it works. You start a game and everyone needs your help, just like that. I like this. A well-organized and detailed game guide. So this being a time travel world, it looks like this is how we're going to be time traveling. This is very interesting. Ruined era, Imperial era, the end of time. So it looks like we're going to be time traveling between all these different eras, and how crazy different they are. It looks pretty fantastic, to be honest. Love how the enemies have not been carbon copies of each other. They are relative to their environment. Man, dashing and then using the whirlwind. I'm going to keep calling it whirlwind, but it's called Warpath. I mean, come on now. When you're playing a game like this, bigger sword, the better. That is badass. And it has bastard in the name. We're about to do some damage. Let's test it out. Oh, yes. Swinging our big bastard sword around. Love that. We're going to get crazy here. Watch this. Boom. Oh, yeah. Give it to me. Give it to me. No. Oh, God. That's what I get for being a little impatient. That's why I'm not crying because of my dead body. I'm just, you know, allergies. Is this a chest? Ooh, we got our first chest. So far, been getting great loot. Feel like it's super rewarding based on the hordes of enemies I've been fighting. Everything about playing this class so far has been so much fun. The best offense is a good defense, you know? The combat, I love it. I feel like the abilities I have are well balanced. I got them early. I'm just having fun walking around killing stuff, and that's what this is all about. If you don't feel good playing an ARPG for the combat, then it's even the point. Hey, we discovered the map overlay. It's Tab. How foolish of me. Is this a boss? It's a boss, baby! It's a boss, baby! Wait, I just picked up a couple of shards, I think. And now we get to use our transfer crafting item to clear our inventory of crafting materials. That's amazing. Defend the shard! Defend the shard! Wait, why can't I put up the shield? What's happening? I can't use my abilities. Is this a bug? What is going on here? Nothing is working on my keyboard. Okay, so my keyboard works. I can type something off screen. I mean, that was a little tiny bug. That was kind of a big deal. Dude, I could already feel how effective this new axe is, how much stronger. Oh man, there's nothing better feeling than upgrading a weapon and actually feeling it instantly. I don't feel like I'm playing any lesser of an experience in Last Epoch than I would be if I was playing Diablo 4 or Path of Exile. It feels just as good. This speed buff, I'm just flying through here. Look at that. I'm feeling it now. I'm starting to get into a groove with my abilities. Balthazar, Balthus. That's it. Anyone else just when they ask someone their name, they completely blank out and forget it after literally less than a second. That's literally my life. Man, for an older guy, this guy's got some agility. Look at him go. What's going on? No, Balthus. Oh my God. Well, I guess now we have to go find Balthus. I do like how they just give 2 stashes on each side so you don't have to run farther. Like, that's kind of cool. I feel like you probably shouldn't be able to do this, but let's push him in. I want to push him to the middle. Look at this bridge. How beautiful. Like, this is what I mean. You get darkness in this game, but you also have ultra beautiful, serene landscapes with the color burst of all these flowers. And man, I absolutely love it. If you toss an item into the forge panel, if you don't take it out, if you haven't upgraded anything, then it just stays there. So watch, I'm going to close my forge panel. And look, now my inventory is empty in terms of what I have equipped. My weapon's not there. But if I go back to my forge panel, look, it's still there. I drag it back and here we are. The forge, you can shatter items to get these shards, and then the shards are used to upgrade the equipment. That's where we are going to save our equipment to be able to shatter it and grab stuff from it, and then we'll be able to use that further to upgrade our equipment. Intelligence? I don't think I need intelligence. Got plenty of that up here, you know what I mean? I just pick up everything. Even though that's not great for my inventory, I just do it anyway.
Too heavy.
See, we're already full. I'm playing freaking Tetris right now. Oh, we get to face the weird looking ox. This is the bug again. Because look, I can't use my abilities. Ooh, level 10. That's got to be a huge stepping stone in our journey here. I like the idea that we're just like leveling up our abilities. It feels really nice. I mean, that little dopamine hit you get when you level up your character, having that on your abilities too is kind of like so good. I'm almost being inundated with so many upgrades and items. So we've done a lot of killing in here and a lot of item upgrading, but we haven't done much furthering along the story. And then, you know what? That's okay, because I'm having a really good time playing the game for its combat, and that's what it's all about, right? I see. So that gold ring around those guys is basically a buff to add more armor to the enemy's companions. All right, now we're starting to attract quite a bit here. I don't know why I keep running. It'll only hurt you more than it'll hurt me. S-H-T-R-A-X. Shatrak. I also like how they just perfectly spread around me. Dead. Makes me look badass. Look how beautiful this is. All the goods just all in one place for me. This is 1d20 dice or something over here. What's going on? How do I know what to upgrade? Big numbers, that's how. Little chest, unguarded? Oh, well, it's a little bit guarded. By Raya's will this town shall burn. Okay, whatever you say. I like go out, maul a bunch of enemies super fast, come back, sell it, organize, and right back to it. Watch, just get right in the middle, let them hit me, and explode. Ha, ka, cha, nya. Oh, I get an ice beetle. That's what it gave me. Come on, Icy. The beetle. Dude, let's go. Let's go. I'm ready. Come on. All right, he's the real deal. He's got a little something going on. Now he's flying across the battlefield. I feel like this guy should have gave me more. That was a pretty cool fight, though. I liked when he started flying around. That's kind of sick. Just 100 gold for all I did for you, man. Are you kidding me? Oh, we're in the ruined era, so we have time traveled. I just hit him right back off the cliff. That's sick. Oh, we got a glowy belt. Look at this thing. Viper tail. Let's go. Hell yeah. Equip that bad boy. Let's go. Travel with the guardsman Willem. Come on, Willem. I feel like the pacing so far on the first 12 levels has been so good. No, not the dog. Not the dog. Man, this game I would instantly give it a 10 out of 10 if you could have a dog as a companion. Oh, God. I didn't expect that. Exile mage. Holy crap. What is this? Okay, this also might be a bug because look, everything is just like spikes here. See that? Like the items are just stacked on top of each other, but I can't pick them up. I was just thinking that. I'm like, I haven't picked up a single item. Oh, that's a big boy. We finally made it to the Council of Chambers. All right. Few bugs later, few retries, 1 death, and we've made it just as we drew it up. Let's touch our shards together. All right, got it. Okay, so we just had to go through the story a little bit for our idols. Idols will grant your character bonuses when equipped in the dedicated idol container located here. Gamble? Gamble what? Yeah, let's buy this axe. Okay. So gambling kind of worked out for us a little bit. We're melting people. There's the ledger, right? Oh God, I've got guys. Oh my God, of course it's guarded by something big. Isn't that just always how it is? Is this a trap? What's that? Oh, it's a trap, all right. Now I don't want to overcomplicate describing this combat, but it feels really good. Every time I hit something, or when I feel like I should be hitting something, it's exactly that. We've got quite a boss here. This is our first experience of combat with some sort of mechanic with the boss. Multiple, I should say. I feel like this was the next step in progression for what the game has to offer, and that's some sort of boss with a couple mechanics, a couple things to dodge. Look at all that loot. At the end of the day, we should not overcomplicate things. Either the game is fun or it's not, and boy howdy, was that fun. What is this? An ancient cavern. Should we go in? Ooh, into the wormhole, eh? Oh man, I could stare at this for hours. We're in the ancient era now. So we just went from the ruined era to the ancient era going through that rift. This is something that is unique to Last Epoch. It is a time travel ARPG, so we must follow through with the time travel quest, you know? There's dinosaurs here. Enemies have been very unique to their zones. There's no copy pasting enemies in this game. That is glowing. This is our first like glowy boy that I could potentially use. That's exciting though. It looks sick. Oh yeah. That's like a freaking bop-em hammer. We're playing whack-a-mole with that thing. Every time I'm traveling in this game, I wish I had a dash on spacebar, but I'm not sure that dashes always really get you anywhere much quicker. I think it just feels better, or it feels like you do. But in terms of combat, I haven't missed the dash. I feel like my abilities have provided me with some movement. There's a couple in there that are movement based, and I haven't missed it. It's like popping bubble wrap. I'm just popping these guys with every hit. Okay, so this is a forge that we can just click on, but we can use a forge anywhere, I think. Because if we wanted to like take this helm here and add some stats to it, right now it has poison resistance, health regen per second. I can then go over here and add attunement, dexterity, strength, vitality. If I want to add some strength to it, I've got 3 strength shards. Add it, bada boom. Now I'm learning along the way here, but if you ever need answers, you just go into the guide here and it'll tell you everything you need to know. Shattering items will get you more shards to be able to add to other equipment. See, this is why the in-game guide is so great. Even if the game doesn't tell you something clearly, you literally just go G on your keyboard to the game guide and you have the entire library of answers. You don't even have to alt-tab out of your game and go into a browser and search things up. No, no, no. The game tells you right here in-game. Oh boy, what happened here? We've got a situation. You know what that means. I could dance all day. I could dance all day. Uh-oh. I was thinking, you know, oh, this is kind of easy. And no, no, no. It's not forgiving when you get hit by his flame blast. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is the end of time timeline. It's this one. Oh yeah. I love how they're just sending us into the timelines early on in the game. Like we haven't even hit level 20 and we're already jumping in time to all the different timelines and getting a good look at them. We go into the moon. Ooh, look, he's got a nice little like armchair here. That's nice. Yes! This is it. It's our masteries. Oh, yeah. I love how they introduced that. Choosing our mastery. And we've already made our decision. Now, I'm going to go through it a little bit. We've got Void Knight. We're doing Void Knight. The Void. Yeah. It's the more metal one to do. Wait, so you're telling me there's a 10% chance that my attacks will be repeated in the future? What? Okay, so I want to point out here, as you can see, we are level 17. So we are not even level 20 and we were able to pick our mastery. You just have to put 20 points in your base class skill tree. So just to clear that up, you don't need to hit level 20. If you hit 20 points in your class skill tree first, then you'll be able to choose your mastery. Whee! Ayo, level 20. Hell yeah, we did it. We freaking did it. And I don't think it took that long. Let's see. So it took us 7.3 hours to get to level 20. That's pretty good. I think it's respecting the player's time, to be honest. So now that I've had an experience with Last Epoch, what are my first impressions of this up-and-coming ARPG? Let's cover the good first. Last Epoch is a beautiful looking game. The art style gives its own identity and the zones feel unique. I found myself immersed in its world immediately because of this. The combat in this game feels great and satisfying. The cohesiveness of my abilities and the responsiveness of my weapon swings made for a fantastic combat experience. The skill trees are digestible, making for a streamlined yet fulfilling approach to builds. Forging is simple and effective and allows players who want to get more detailed with their builds to be able to flex their ideas and create unique experiences by optimizing their gear. And lastly, Last Epoch offers an offline mode, which is a real treat in 2024. To have a choice to play offline or online means everyone wins, and that should be celebrated. Now, let's get into what I didn't love about this game. I experienced a couple repeating bugs in my time with the game so far. Now, the game is in early access, so I'm not too worried, but they were enough to halt my ability to play the game, so I had to mention it. Here's to hoping they are fixed upon the 1.0 release. There is also no character creation in this game, which for me personally, it's not completely necessary. However, even a simple character creation goes a long way with adding connection with player characters. Now, this last one is going to be a reach, I know, but in the early going, my armor just felt really bland and basic, and I know I only played 20 levels, so take this with a grain of salt, but I just wish there was a little bit more variation on the armor upgrades I had early on. I'm assuming once you get closer to endgame, it'll get better, but in the early going, I just feel kind of like a gray blob in the armor I was wearing. It just didn't feel great. So there you have it, my first impressions of Last Epoch. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please join me in the comments down below. Have you played this game yet? Are you thinking about playing it? As for me, I'm going to have to recommend it if you haven't, and if you have played it, please share your thoughts about my pros and cons list down below. Tell me why you love it or hate it, and until next time, thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.